personally speaking, I really like the goofy decks in Legends of Runeterra. I mean, I'll play the meta stuff, the Elise Hecarim mid-range or the Ezreal Heimer control decks, but at the end of the day, the stuff that's really fun for me is playing the Teemo decks or playing the Poro decks or even something that's just off-meta like the Vladimir Crimson deck. And today we have something that surprisingly is able to combine both meta strategy with something that's very silly and fun, and that is the Elnuk deck. So currently at the time of recording this, there are only 2 Elnuk cards in the game. There is the Bull Elnuk, which is a 4-mana 4/5, as well as Troop of Elnuks, which is a 5-mana 3/3, with the effect of summoning every Elnuk in the top 10 cards of your deck. There's a fun, really crazy combo you can do with this if you're running Piltover. You can go for this card, the Parade Electro Rig, which shuffles 4 copies of the supported ally into your deck when it attacks. So that means if you have an Elnuk on the field, as well as this, it will create more Elnuks in your deck that you can then summon from the top 10 cards in your deck. You know, I mean, you can make a lot of Elnuks using this. On top of that, there's also Counterfeit Copies, which is a 1-mana burst spell where you pick a card in hand and shuffle 4 exact copies of it into your deck. This is, again, very, very fun to pull off if you can get this perfect combo with Elnuks, but at the end of the day, these 2 cards don't really work super well in practice. They're a whole lot of setup, and if you're playing Elnuks against someone that's doing something meta, they can typically either rush your face down, or if you're against a control deck or something, then they'll be able to just deal with whatever Elnuks you end up summoning. However, that being said, people are actually running an Elnuk deck right now, which is the Masters Ezreal Elnuk. Some guy got to like rank 46 Masters with this deck, and that's what we're going to be playing today. Essentially, this is just a control Ezreal deck where you're doing the Ezreal combo you want. You want to be targeting as many minions as you can to level up Ezreal, and then start spamming spells to hit your opponent in the face and win the game through doing that. But the logic here is that when you run this typical Ezreal deck, I think I have another version of it here. Yeah, when you run this Ezreal deck, you don't really have many units that you use, and most of the units that you end up using are like a 3/1 that you're just playing for the sake of targeting an enemy unit. Same deal with Ice Veil Archer, a 3/1 that you want to target an enemy unit just using the Frostbite for. You don't really have many actual units in this deck that are like real scary things that can build up your board. But the interesting thing about this Elnuk deck is that if you get lucky, it is still RNG, but if you get lucky, you can actually build up a pretty crazy board that can both defend against a rush or attack someone who's playing a mid-range or control deck, while also going for your Ezreal level up combo. So I'm going to see if we can make this work today. I played a couple of games with it on stream yesterday, and it did not go well at all, but I think I'm starting to wrap my head around the deck, so we're going to bring it into ranked, and, you know, we're Diamond 4-0 LP right now. Hopefully, we will have some pretty easy games, so let's go ahead and jump into the first one. All right, so I'm not entirely sure what sort of mulligan I should be going for, but I'm actually going to get rid of Ezreal here. I'll keep 1 Chump Wump. I think I'm going to keep the Brittle Steel as well. Yeah, I want to be getting some of the spells for removal because we are playing against what I assume is like a mid-range Shadow Isles deck with the Hecarim. Okay, here we go. This is a pretty nice hand. This is a nice hand in general if you're just playing a, you know, this kind of deck. You want to get this kind of draw. You want to get both some early units that you can put out, which we will put one of them out here.
A true Freljordian welcome.
You also want to be getting some of the draw, some of the late game cards like Progress Day, because if you have nothing but the Brittle Steels and the Mystic Shots, then, you know, that's not exactly good. I'm going to keep the Thermogenic Beam, even though I could use it to kill him, because I'm going to try and use the Brittle Steel to trade him into that and kill him. And then here we go. This is what you want. You want to see 1 Elnuk. You don't want to you do not want to draw any more than this one single guy. This guy, he's an important guy because, you know, if you have more, if we draw another Elnuk here on turn 4 or something, then that's actually bad for us. You know, that is not a good thing for us because that obviously ends up hurting our situation. I'm going to just do this, I think, to deal with these 2. Yeah, because if there's like an Elnuk that's my next card that I could draw, I don't want to draw him, obviously. I want to summon him directly on the board by dropping this guy turn 5. So it's important to only have one of these in hand if you're going for like a mulligan or something where you have the option to choose. But here we go. We're going to get turn 5. Elnuk drop. Oh, please. Oh, please. We've drawn a couple of cards here. We have drawn a couple of cards, which is actually pretty cool. All right. Do I care about this guy? I don't think I do. I might want to trade him into this dude just for the sake of getting more room on the board for more Elnuks. Again, we don't have any counterfeit copies, or we didn't use the parade thingy, so we're kind of screwed when it comes to... We're just stuck with our basic Elnuks that we have in our deck, but we have not drawn any of them. Please do not draw another one this next turn. Fingers crossed. Oh, goodness. Okay, we successfully did not draw him. Now, please have some Elnuks in our deck right now. Odds are we have a couple because there's 30 cards in our deck. So we're shuffling through a third of our deck looking for Elnuks. That's what we're going to be doing here on this turn. How many do we get? Ooh, there we go. All right, that's pretty solid, pretty solid. It could have maybe been a little bit better. I would prefer another 4 or 5 and to draw this dude. I don't know what this guy's doing. He is getting pretty crazy with these Spectral Riders. Is he trying to rush my face down just with the Spectral stuff? Okay. He's doing 15 damage. I don't like that. I'm going to block 2 of them, but keep these 2 alive. He might have the deal 1 damage and summon a Spiderling spell, which that would be unfortunate if he does have it, obviously. Nobody likes to see that spell come out when you have a 4-1 on the board. But if he has it, he has it. Looks like he does not have it. He probably would have used it there. He had 2 mana. Now here we have 8 plus 6. We have a decent amount of damage. Do we attack right here? I think I'm going to attack right here just because he can't use Ruination if he has it because he only has 8 mana. Ruination's a 9 mana spell. But I think I prefer to attack right here. I'm trying to think if there's any slow spells. He could do another slow spell summoning Spectral guys. So I think I'll just attack right away. This does put us 3 off lethal. And yeah, we don't have it in hand. All right, so he's going to Frostbite. That's annoying, but... it's fine. We can deal with it. How many cards do we have in hand? We'll just attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this will put us down to 8. That will put us up to 10. So we have to use 1 Mushroom Cloud if we place another Chump Wump. Oh, this is looking really good, though. So unfortunately, this guy actually has a kind of annoying deck. I got to admit. Doesn't matter. No, we're doing this. We're doing this. I'm pretty much 100% sure we're doing this. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can wait a turn. We have 2 thermogenic beams. Maybe I should have used 1 to clear him out. I probably should have now that I think about it. Thermogenic beam is something that's really useful in the early game, but it gets harder and harder to use the later and later a match goes on. We do have a few other options to deal with this guy, though. And, ooh, that's a nice... Actually, let's just use him. Let's drop him. May as well. So now we have a completely full board. And you can see where the strength in this deck comes from and how someone was able to get all the way up to Master Tier with this. The fact that you do have the multiple options in terms of how you may want to deal with various cards that your opponent drops out on the board... yeah, may as well use this too. We really want to get that Ezreal set up. And also protect ourselves. There are so many different things you can... Like, when you're playing a normal control Ezreal, you can really get screwed by a lot of different things, and it's not always entirely your fault. I mean, you can get screwed just by going up against something like a control Karma deck that doesn't play minions that you're able to do anything against. You might get screwed just by going up against that's unfortunate. You might get screwed by going up against I don't know, some sort of rush deck that's able to outrush you, and maybe you use all of your Mystic shots and stuff, but they're playing a mid-range Shadow Isles deck that has a lot of various things to screw you over. So I'll use this just for the sake of getting the perfect mana. And end the round. Anyway, though, you get the point. this deck is a really interesting sort of hybrid that allows you to do multiple things that I really enjoy. And here, we might be able to win the game. Here on turn 8. Mr. W.C. Walnut, do you have anything? Oh, he is scared. As he should be. I don't think I want to use Progress Day here to try and draw anything. He is scared, as he should be, because that is game. But yeah, wow. Okay, I did not expect to win this game. But like, yeah, when you play the normal Ezreal deck, you end up with a situation where so often you have to draw Ezreal. You know, you have to draw Ezreal, you have to draw Progress Day, and if you don't, like, get a Progress Day mulligan or an Ezreal mulligan or something, then you might be stuck with nothing in your hand at a certain point later on in a match. And, if you don't get that Ezreal and you don't get that combo, you simply will not win the game. But right there, that was a pretty incredibly easy game where we didn't even see an Ezreal, but we still had a win condition with Elnuks of all things. Let's see if we can replicate that in another match. All right, so here we're playing against I assume this is that new elusive deck. This might screw us, but it might not. It kind of depends on how... that's a pretty nice setup. You know what? I'm actually going to keep the Ezreal because I don't think that this deck has much removal. And I'm going to keep everything else as well. All of this is useful to me in this scenario. Every single thing here is useful. Oh, no. I'm dumb. He can just trade his elusives into Ezreal. I didn't think about that at all. Oops. Okay, what does he have? What does he have? That's a little... Like, that's... I don't really care. We could just kill him with that. That's what we'll do on turn 3, I think. So he gets a little bit of early damage out on us, but that dude is not... that guy is the least of our worries when it comes to playing against this deck. Hopefully we have... So again, yeah, the fact that we drew the Bull Elnuk is a little bit unfortunate because, of course, that means that we can't summon him directly onto the field. Oh, this is interesting. I think we want to Thermogenic Beam him. Again, just getting rid of the beams in the early game. He might have the Elixir of Health, which he does, or Elixir of Iron. So that's going to give Zed 1 health, which is a little unfortunate, but we do have other options for dealing with him. We'll see what he does here. We're getting some cool draws. I'm going to do it like this. And again, just see what he ends up doing. Okay, so we do kill the Zed. And we got one of the Elixir of Irons out of him. I'm going to pass here and see what he does. If he doesn't drop an elusive, which he does, then I would have played Ezreal there. I will use 2 damage on him to hopefully kill him, unless he has another Elixir of... No, he does not. Good. Okay, so here, this is actually going surprisingly well for us. We did kind of get unlucky in our Elnuk draw, so that's not exactly how you want that to go, obviously, but we do have a kind of solid board, and we are getting certain draws that are very useful for us, obviously. We're getting the kinds of draws that are, hopefully, fingers crossed, going to let us both get our Ezreal combo win condition as well as deal with all his elusives and anything he might throw out. This next turn, oh, that is so unfortunate. We're getting all the wrong Elnuks. And you can see how this hand or this deck might not, like, you know, I don't know if there's ever even going to be any tournaments for Legends of Runeterra, but if there are, you can kind of see how this deck might not actually end up being that viable in the grand scheme of things. But the fact that we are... Ooh. No, I shouldn't. I should Progress Day. Progress Daying as early as possible is almost never wrong. Let's block like this. Use him to deal the 1 damage to that. That's unfortunate, but fine. Yeah. What was I saying? Okay, so this is getting really interesting. Let's start by doing this and then see what he does in response. I want to see what he drops, what he has in his hand, because we are ahead on card draw here. Okay, that's what he's been going for. And that's annoying, but it's certainly something that we have the ability to deal with. So here I'm going to just drop the Chump Wump. Or should I do the Bull Elnuk? I might do the Bull Elnuk. If he trades that into that, then I can just kill it with Get Excited. But if he's smart, then he won't do anything with this. We have Harsh Winds to deal with him. We also have Ice Veil Archer. Okay, that's annoying, but not really a big deal. Let's attack like this. See how he deals with it. Okay, he's playing risky. He put everything on this character to win him the game, essentially. So now we pass. We kind of hope that he drops something so we can Ice Veil Archer that. Please drop something. I want to use the Harsh Winds on 2 separate characters so we can get the Ezreal. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. He was going for the win. Oh, I am so sorry, except I'm not because you're a dirty elusive player. Oh, that feels bad though, doesn't it, dude? Oh, look at that. Look at all that hard work that just doesn't do anything. And then I'm going to get rid of... What should I get rid of? I want to get rid of something and attack that. Or should I just Frostbite both of them? Frostbiting both of them levels up Ezreal. May as well. It's a little bit risky because if he gets to another turn, I don't have another Frostbite to deal with him. But, hey. This gets our Ezreal level up. And it sets up really nicely. We got Chump Wumps. We got Rummage. We have Get Excited. So here I think I should do the Chump Wump. And then Ezreal. And then probably both mushrooms. What does that put us at, mana-wise? That puts us at 3 mana remaining. Oh, does he have a rally? He doesn't have a rally, does he? That deck should not be running rally. Does this deck run rally? What is rally? Is rally an Ionia card? No, it's a Noxus card. Okay, so here is the Ezreal garbage. Where even if he, like, attacks everything, I might still be able to kill him with spells before his attack even goes off. No, I do not want to attack with Ezreal because he has elusives. Don't do that. Let's attack with these two, though, and see how he trades. He kind of has to trade here. God, how dumb would I be if I put that Ezreal out into that board? Holy moly. Come on, what are you going to do? You only have 2 cards. You have 2 cards and 5 mana. Are you thinking about taking all that? That's very risky against an Ezreal that's leveled up. Okay, yeah. Because he has to sacrifice this guy. Or he could get his guys down to 1 if he wants. Yeah.
Oh, take your time, pal.
Yeah, take your time, buddy. Okay, there we go. We have full spell mana, so we will take advantage of that. And this should be over now. Especially with that. Okay, so how's he going to do this? If he plays something, I think I want to do this, right? Yeah, this wins us the game. Because even if he sets out to attack... Right? This wins us the game.
They picked the wrong row.
I'm going way too fast here. This is a bit of a mistake, honestly. I should be thinking a little bit more than what I am. He shouldn't have deny, or if he does, we can just do another one. And there we go. That's the game. And you can see there, the Elnuks didn't actually do that much for us. They only ended up giving us, like, they took up a recall that he had, his 4-mana Will of Ionia. They kind of got in the way of that, but this deck still can kind of work about as well as an Ezreal deck can. That was an elusive mid-range / rush elusive deck that has been all over the place on the ladder right now, and it was still able to deal with everything the way that you might expect an Ezreal control deck to be able to deal with all the drops that he throws out, while still having the Elnuk option if we drew our Elnuks in the correct order. So, wow, the games today are going very, very well. Let's go ahead and play a third one, see if we can make this 3 in a row. All right, playing against another elusive rush deck. Well, we were able to beat the first one. Maybe we'll be able to do it again. I'm not sure if I should throw Ezreal out again. Should we keep him in our hand? We could keep him in our hand because if we do, then we have like the guaranteed Ezreal as soon as we get the thing. But maybe not. Let's mulligan him here. We kept him last game and it worked out, but I think that was probably a mistake, honestly. But we do still have a pretty solid hand here. We have 3 options to deal with early elusive characters he throws out, as well as Brittle Steel and an early minion as well. I'm not going to use Thermogenic Beam on the Owl. Get out of here, Ironbeak Owl. That's pretty nice harsh winds that we get, just in case he does get a crazy buffed card that... oh, that's unfortunate. I think I'm going to use Mystic Shot on him. Or should I use Thermogenic Beam? I think I'll use Mystic Shot. I might want to use Thermogenic Beam on something that's a little bit higher than a two health thing. All right, this is looking pretty good though. Oh, early Ezreal. I'm gonna throw him out because there's a very slim possibility that he has nothing. Or he has no elusives. Again, if I remember correctly, this elusive deck doesn't run... Oh, really? Okay, that doesn't matter because we can't use our thing. It's 2 mana. We only have 1 mana.
Hey, Krabby.
Okay, so we won't use this yet. But, yeah. Wow, that was silly. Why didn't he put him out? Could have stopped me from attacking, honestly. All right, so here, I'm going to throw out what? Do I want to throw out the Bull Elnuk? He's scarier than the Chumpwump, but the Chumpwump does give me the useful mushrooms that we can use to discard for Get Excited. But I don't think we're going to be using Get Excited right now. Let's just do Bull Elnuk and then see what he does. All right, another Green Glade duo. Now, I'm not too sure how to deal with this. I think what I'm going to do is put Ezreal out and Frostbite him.
No sweat.
And just... I don't think there are fast spells he can use to buff this guy. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm about to look like an idiot. If he does have anything, he does not actually have it in his 3 cards. So we do get a kill on him. We get another stack for Ezreal, but Ezreal is still only at 2 at the moment, and that is not what we like to see. So let's get a little bit more of a board built up. All right, all right. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. And I think I want to use this on her. Again, Thermogenic Beam is something that's just going to get kind of tougher and tougher to deal with or to use later on in the game. And Get Excited is something I'm going to be using on him anyway. Almost certainly. Oh, or we could do that. Although, no, we don't want to do that. Why would we do that? Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, this is going so well. So we'll use that on him because we want to be killing the elusive with a spell since we have no other option. We're not using Ezreal to trade into him. Is that deny? If that's deny, that's fine. Oh, recalling. That's interesting. That's actually a little bit annoying because I don't get my my stack for Ezreal. But here, again, this might actually be a game where we end up building up a crazy board and using that to win instead of the usual stuff, the usual Ezreal combo. There we go. We get the kill on the Zed. We see that this guy has nothing. He is getting us kind of low, and I'm a little bit worried about that. But again, we're building up a board in a way that we wouldn't normally be able to with this Ezreal deck. Ooh, we're getting all these chump bumps, but they don't really help us at all. I might just use the Mushroom Clouds. That's such a dumb idea. It's so dumb to just use the Mushroom Clouds. Oh, I should have attacked with Ezreal. He only has a 2-2. He could have blocked, but... Do I want to use him? I kind of want to use him. He only has 30 cards left, and he's at 7 health. Let's use 2 of them. We have the mana. And he already has... Or no, he doesn't have any yet. Any individual damage to his Nexus could end up winning the game for us, though, because we could draw a Mystic Shot. We could draw Get Excited. We could draw, like, some... Those might be the only 2 spells. But we could draw a spell that's giving us direct damage. So here we have a really nice setup. If he tries to play something, we play Icefell Archer. If he doesn't, we use Harsh Winds on these 2 guys. What's Ezreal at right now? He's at 4 out of 8. That gets us to 6 out of 8. Oh, I am so sorry, except I'm not, because you're a dirty, elusive guy. Who do we want? It doesn't really matter. Let's do it on the Zed. That way he doesn't get the Zed. Actually, it kind of does matter, because with the Zed, then he doesn't get the other guy. And may as well. Should we attack one of them with Ezreal? No, not. There's not really a reason to, I guess. And then we'll pass. Oh, dude, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's play the chump bump. Oh, no. We do want to do that. Because if we use this, attack with everything, we use this, it levels Ezreal up, and then we win with the Mushroom Clouds. Perfect. Because this is only... I can only Frostbite something with 3 or less health, but all of his units have 2 health. Do you even have anything to deal with this board? Oh, no! That can't... Okay, hang on, though. I can still do it before the attack goes off. Oh, and that would have saved him, too, because he gets the plus 10 health. This wins the game, right? No, it doesn't. Does it? This only gets him down to 1, though. And he'll heal up to 11, and then I'll deal 11. Yeah. That's exactly lethal, isn't it? Good game. Well played. Dude, this is such a fun deck. I love it when fun stuff gets to be meta, because most of the time, it's not fun stuff that gets to be meta. Most of the time in a game like this, you're dealing with a Face Hunter or Control Warrior or the dumbest, most annoying things in the world. But this is a really fun deck that can be used and be used to actually climb the ladder and be successful with it. So I highly suggest you guys check it out. A link, of course, to the deck code is in the description down below. But anyway, good luck with this deck. Hope you guys have some fun. I'll see you in tomorrow's video, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in ranked, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.